Listen, let me ask you about this. Firstly, how are you feeling towards the fight? Has all the training stopped now? We're only a few days away. Is it just about doing press?
Um, Pretty much, yeah. Leading up to the last week of well, yeah, the week before the fight. You're cutting the weight. You're saving your energy. Weight is the main thing, so you're not killing yourself in the gym. You're not doing long workout sessions. You're just trying to make the weight. And I've only got a few more pounds to lose, so and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. So yeah, it's everything's on track. I'm ready to go.
I need to ask you because I heard Liam Williams on breakfast this morning, and I wouldn't mind getting your take on things. Where did this kind of ill feeling between the two of you start?
It started when he continuously trolled me on Twitter for about, I don't know, 2 years. I mean, that's yeah. It started. I
Wow.
don't know. It's been happening for a couple of years. I ignored him for a long time because I had no interest in him. And he built up his fan base. He built up the fight. He hyped everything up. He was saying some crazy things about me, and yeah, it's got to a point where I just have to shut this guy up, and that's what's going to happen in a couple of days' time.
Is it when it gets personal? Is it difficult to keep your composure? The reason I asked that, I remember in Rocky 3, where Rocky was having a problem with Mr. T, and in the corner they were saying, calm it down, don't get angry. And then I can't remember who, but it said he's getting mad, not angry. So it's all about, I'm guessing, keeping your composure and not letting things that happen out of the ring get to you. Would that be fair or not?
Absolutely. I mean, people that don't know how to fight or have never been in a fight before, they think that you need to really hate the guy or be really off to be able to fight. But it's actually the opposite. If you let a guy get underneath your skin, if you let him anger you or get a hold of your emotions, you actually make mistakes. Boxing is a thinking man's game. If at the elite level, you got to think. And if all you see is that red mist,
Mhm.
if all you're trying to do is just knock the guy out every punch, you're not going to be fighting to the best of your ability. So yeah, very important and very key to keep a level head.
Let me ask you, I'm a big fan of yours, and I can't wait to the weekend. I'll definitely be watching the fight. I just wonder where Roy Jones Jr. has taken your level, not your career, where your level currently is. Because I would imagine if you win this, or when you win this, you're going to be looking at a fight against maybe Triple G, where you could have said maybe before you met Roy Jones Jr., you possibly wouldn't be ready for that fight, but I think you're more than ready for that. So how much has Roy Jones Jr. given you being in your corner now?
With Roy, it's been more of he's improved my mental aspect of the game. I'm 32 years old, so I can't just change as a fighter. The foundations are there, my base is there, and that's always going to be there. Um, with Roy, it was more about tweaking what I already have and, giving what I have reason and strategy and guidance. Now I'm thinking about what I'm doing in the ring anymore. Now, before it was just reactive. I was reacting to what was going on. It was instinct. It was just what I'd trained for, but there wasn't much thought process behind it. I was just going in there, searching and destroying. Now I'm thinking about what I'm doing. So I feel like that has definitely upped my game a lot. And you guys are going to get to see the fruits of our labor in a couple of days' time.
I mean, I know knowing you're probably going to be going for the knockout, and I fully understand that. But what type of problems do you feel that Liam Williams can cause you?
It's a fight. Problems can be caused, at any given at any given moment, and that's the beauty of the sport. Fighters think they know what's going to happen. They say that what they're going to do, and they believe in how a fight is going to pan out. But one fight can change the whole. One punch can change the whole course of a fight. So I'm wary of that. He's game. He's a tough guy. He doesn't back down from a fight. He has heart. He showed that in his last fight. He doesn't give up. So I'm not expecting it to be a walkover, a breeze. I'm expecting him to put up some serious resistance. But that resistance will not be enough. Eventually, I'll get to him and I'll take him out.
You said there, Christian, that's quite interesting because you spoke about what he said, some of the things he said about you, and that you said it's a fight, and of course anything can happen. But when you are in a fight, do you kind of work it out relatively early whether the guys all talk? Like, do you know what I mean? So like maybe in the first couple of minutes of the first round, you might go, okay, I know he doesn't believe what he's been saying before the fight. Or is it one of them where as it drags on, situations just keep changing?
I've never really thought about what a guy said to me before a fight, during a fight. That's something I've never done. But after the first round, after the first, maybe even the first minute, you have a feel of what the guy is and what he's capable of doing. Then after that, you're able to implement your game plan. You realize what he's going to try and do, and you try and counter that, or you understand that it's just not going to be enough, and you manhandle him, you dominate. And that's the fun thing about this fight. I feel like I can take it anywhere I want, and it will be in my favor. So whether it's a boxing match, whether it's just swinging for the fences, any aspect of the fight, I believe I will be able to, have the advantage. So, it's just up to me to feel the situation out and then act on that.
Chris, let me ask you a question away from this fight. We know boxing's all about, like most sports, great rivalries, and your dad had some of the great rivalries in boxing, of course, with Nigel Benn. I know Conor Benn is a lot lighter than you, and he'd have to put on 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds, but it's been done before to step up to middleweight. Is there any part of you, any stage in your career, would like to get in the ring with Conor Benn because of the rivalry your dad had with Nigel?
Listen, we're on such different paths right now.
Sure,
it's hard to even talk about it, let alone.
But would you one day?
If we ever ended up in the same weight class, or there was a catch weight that could be made, if that's what the fans want, of course. This is the entertainment business. I'm here to please the fans. It's not a fight that I personally want. I don't have anything against Conor. He hasn't ever disrespected me or said anything to where I want to fight the guy. But, if the fans wanted it and it could be made in a few years' time, then sure, I'd definitely consider it.
Okay, because I've mentioned it, I'm on 10%, just so you know it's legally binding now. I'm curious as well. Your dad in his pomp was, just one of the greatest fighters we've ever had. In your pomp, against your dad in his pomp, who would win?
That is for the fans. Whoever discuss and argue and ponder. That's not for me to say.
Okay, we'll call it a draw. Just quickly going back to this fight, it's going to be a difficult one for you because, of course, it's in his backyard. That must count for something?
Yeah, he has home advantage. He's going to have the crowd jeering him on, and they're going to be booing me. Probably, I don't know. I hope not, but he's going to have that kind of that support, that extra level of support. Will that affect the fight? I don't think it will at all. Nothing's going to stop me from doing what I'm going to do to him. Whether the crowd wants me to do it or not, it's going to happen. If anything, if it is a hostile environment, it'll probably make me fight even harder. So he should actually ask his fans to be nice to me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Go on, give me a prediction for the fight. What round are you going to knock him out in, Chris?
I never predict rounds, but I feel like with our styles, this fight won't go the distance. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get knocked out. We both love to come forward and fight, and it's just whoever's going to be able to land those big punches. And I know that man will be me. Okay.
Well, just cough. Okay. Is it 1 to 3? Is it 4 to 7? 8?
Tune in to find out. Saturday night, February 5th. It was going to be, it's going to be a hell of a show.
Well, listen, I'm a big fan of yours, as I said. I can't wait for this fight. It's going to be explosive. Good luck in the fight as well, Chris. Thanks so much for your time.
Okay. Appreciate it.
There you go, Chris Eubank Jr. That one is live on talkSPORT. Of course, as I said, part of Fight Night from 8 p.m. Live and exclusive on talkSPORT as well on Saturday night. That's going to be a great fight. I mean, that really is going to be a bit of dust-up, isn't it?
I do think Chris Eubank Jr. will win.
So do I.
Pretty convincingly, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's going to be that easy, but I think...
No, but he throws a lot of combinations, but it would be a good fight.
Wouldn't it be good to see Conor Benn step up?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be great?
Good fight.
He's up for it as well. We said it.
Oh, yeah.
That's an exclusive.